Well, the time has come for some of my children to graduate. Most of these big ones, actually. So, I pulled out the divider and stuck it in my pond, which is, for new people, it's just PVC pipe, and then it's got bird netting in the middle of it that's zip tied together, and all the zip ties are turned towards the inside, and it literally just sits in there snug. When I moved the Temensis bass out of this pond and took them to Ray, I used this to try and move them around, and they just went straight through it. So there's holes in it, and I tied some of the holes up with some of the vines out of that pond. And I was like, I really like how that looks. And I'm really worried about the arowana coming through, because it's right about the same size as the gar's mouth that is on this side. So I went through and I took a whole bushel and I tied it top to bottom all the way across. And then I shoved it down this crack just for looks. But not only is it netted and divided like it's supposed to be, but it gives them a visual break too. And I can always add more. I just pull it off of there and start stuffing it in holes. So hopefully none of them can get through. But I'm gonna move them and we will see what it looks like. Here we go. And with that, you have a goldfish and a Latino Oscar and a silver arowana and a teal sebrum and a goonch catfish, all back in this side, separated from this side, but with a whole lot more room to swim. So that's their graduation. Now to the living room. The living room, it is this guy's graduation day to go from this 50-gallon tall to the 135-gallon that we just pulled fish out of. He just finished quarantine, so he's ready to go. My wife's vampire pleco is in here. Don't mind the kitten and the mess on the floor, moving stuff around. He is just out of quarantine and ready to go. My wife's vampire pleco is somewhere in here, and they don't really want to live together because this guy's huge compared to this tank. So let's get him moved over. Boom! Now he's in. He looks super tiny and my tank is super empty and it's super sad, but that's okay because it's for good cause. Lucy shows up really good. Lucy would be the albino. I don't know where everybody else is at this current moment. There's goldfish. There's arowana. Several will be just fine. So, good to go. And I didn't have to damage the planted tank to get him out. So, that's fantastic. That makes me super happy. It's doing really good. At least in my opinion it is. Alright, back in here, all the gar are doing good. The red tail's hungry today, so he's being a jerkum fish. I have random splashes in here and I can never figure out why, and then I'm standing here trying to get a fish out of the tank and I see him go up after a gar and the gar splash. So that explains why I lost one at some point, and that's why I dropped the water level a significant amount and I haven't had issues since, but that explains them jumping. So these guys are good. These guys are good. These guys are good. These guys are good. I'm gonna plant a tank in the living room, will be good. We are good here. So, fishy graduation day is over. Look at the pouty datnoid because I took him as friends. Poor guy. That's okay. Alright guys, I wish you a great day, great night, whatever time it happens to be when you're seeing this, and God bless. I will catch y'all later. Bye!